Well, it's time for me to try another devlog video. And I'm doing another one now because I feel like I made a lot of progress now. That it's worthy for me to just show off some of the stuff that I've added and changed since last time. Now, I'm not gonna lie with you, this one really kicked my butt. Like, bro, when these people were saying, bro, pray for the slope programming, bro, pray, I see what they meant. But it's okay, because I feel like now I have something that I'm kind of proud. So that's what we're going to talk about now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before I begin, I just want to thank everyone who commented and liked and just watched the previous devlog video. Thank you so much, especially since people provided so much helpful information. So seriously, thank you guys so much for that. Based off your guys' feedback, I made a few changes, and so I just want to get into that. The main one really being the camera changes. So the previous camera, I made it shift between screens based off if Sonic got to the edge of one screen, so transition to the next. I did that because I was inspired by Celeste and I wanted something that showed everything on the screen so you can see where everything is. But you guys have told me that doesn't really work for Sonic here because Sonic is so fast that he can kind of just fly between these skins. So he could just fly between these screens, and it's just like, geez, man, it's kind of like nauseating a little bit, annoying. So I decided to just go with a standard tracking camera that just tracks Sonic. However, I still want you to be able to see what you're running towards and what you're looking at. I think that's especially important when you're still moving as a character that is fast like Sonic. So I've made some changes to the camera to where when you are running, it will zoom out and look forward ahead of the direction you are facing. Also, whenever you're jumping, I've made it zoom out and shift downward a bit so you also know where you're going to be landing. The next change I made is to the air dashes. Before, you could pretty much air dash infinitely because there was no restrictions on it. So you could just spam the shift button and you would just air dash up, down, left, right. Sonic is a character that's known for running, however, so while this could be kind of fun, I think it's important that Sonic is best when he's on the ground. So I've added a meter system to the top left of the icon where your rings are. Now every time you do one of those air dash abilities, it's going to use about 50% of the meter. I think this restriction is important, so Sonic is mostly on the ground, but it still allows you the freedom of being able to use your air dash abilities whenever you have meter. And so one of the ways that you can actually get meter is actually by doing the tricks that we had before. So I hope that gives some incentive to doing tricks in the air when you can in order to build up your meter. And I've even added like a number counter for how many tricks you do in the background. Those are pretty much the two major changes. Besides that, there were just a lot of minor tweaks that I made to like Sonic's movement feel. And I know some people have given me some advice on like doing some animation changes on Sonic's running animation, and I will maybe get to that eventually. Just right now, I'm kind of burnt out on doing pixel art, I'm not gonna lie, so I kind of just want to work with what I have for right now, but I might change them later in the future. People also mentioned adding a boost, like in Sonic Rush, and we'll get to that eventually, but first, just need to clean up a few things with Sonic's just basic movement first before we get to that. And also, when we do get to that, I'm gonna have it be in a certain way that I think will make people happy for those who don't really like a boost and those who do. So yeah, that's pretty much all the feedback changes. There's a lot of things that people said, of course, and I'm not able to do everything, but I thank you guys for even putting it out there because it did change my mind on some things and give me things that I need to consider. Also was surprised to see a lot of nice comments. Thank you guys so much. Really made my anxiousness about this whole thing go down. So I really appreciate that. And I am manifesting Emma Frost to come into your life and to give you a nice kiss, because I know that's all we want. That's all we want. I have updated the test demo with all the changes that I've mentioned and with the slope details that we're about to go into as well. So if you want to try it, here's the link. Please give me your thoughts. And remember, you can also download any of the sprites from my Patreon. So yeah, thank you so much. And let's go on. So last time we were able to create a basic moveset that allowed Sonic to move left, right, jump, spin dash, and roll. These are a good start, but what is going to set Sonic apart from other platformers is his ability to interact with different slopes and angles. So our goal here is to get Sonic running up and down slopes, and this should happen when Sonic has enough speed to go up and down these slopes. So let's go back to godot. Yeah, I got it right this time. And break it down. If you remember last time, the way that Sonic is even moving around is due to our character body, and the character body has a built-in function that lets me check if Sonic is even touching the floor. This is important because in order for Sonic to even go up these slopes, I want him to be on the floor when he's going on them. This is also important because I need to get information based on the way the floor is tilting when Sonic is touching that floor. So now, if Sonic is going fast enough, I need to tilt the character body's collision and the sprite based on the floor's tilt. Something that does help with this are two variables I found in the character body, max angle and snap length. Adjusting these, I was able to find a sweet spot that allowed Sonic to stick to the floor easier depending on the tilt. Now if Sonic is going at these high speeds, I want him to preserve his momentum. So the moment Sonic leaves the floor, I need that velocity to be kept. I'm also going to rotate Sonic back to his original upright orientation while in midair. And whenever you're in midair, we want to convert some of that falling speed into your running speed if the slope is steep enough that you're landing on. Now this is a lot of yapping, I'm going to be honest with you. So I want to give a huge shout out to a Reddit user named FlowerBunny05 who pretty much figured out how to do all these physics in Godot, and they have provided a free tutorial that really helped me be able to implement this into my own project. So if you're looking to do honestly the same thing, I highly recommend that you download their project and look at their stuff because it's commented very well and it's very informative too. I'll have the link to that in the description. I could not have figured this out without them, like at all, man, okay? Or at least it would have taken me way longer, so just download their project if I'm talking too much. Anyways, one of the last things we need to do is make sure that Sonic goes faster downhill rather than uphill. This way you can really carry yourself up greater heights if you're going down a really steep hill. And one of the things I want is for Sonic to stop if he reaches a flat vertical wall. And the way that I have this working is that I have two raycasts connected to Sonic on both sides that are going to detect if there's a wall that he's going to be touching. And speaking of these raycasts, I actually forgot to mention that Sonic has a wall jump actually that I put in. Whenever these raycasts detect a flat vertical wall, Sonic will be able to wall jump off that wall. And then if Sonic is on a very steep slope, I need to get him off that slope if he doesn't have any momentum or he's not really going anywhere. In turn, I also need to rotate him back to his original orientation as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have Sonic moving all around different types of slopes now and hills. And I think it feels pretty good, so I'm satisfied for now. So that is pretty much most of the progress I've made. I wanted to do more before I actually show things off, but life has been kicking my butt so much, making me kind of have to put aside this project just for my other responsibilities. So I decided to just show you guys what I have for right now. Next time though, I do want to have Sonic running through an actual level, or at the very least have him interacting with some obstacles like enemies and rings. But for now, please give me your thoughts on what you think of everything. I'll try my best to look at every single comment. So thank you so much. If you watched even this far, I appreciate it. And one last thing I'd like to mention is that when you are doing tricks in this, Hatsune Miku is going to appear in the bottom right, and she's going to be there cheering you on the higher number you get. And the reason why is because I can do whatever the hell I want. So, and it's also because I want there to be a reason why Hatsune Miku's in this game. You know, I want them to be in this game for a reason. So, yeah. Before I go, I just want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for paying my car insurance. Shout out to Iced Tea, Toasty, C Built, Alex, Noah Mesfin, Male's Powder, Cooler's Monkey Soup Shop. I don't know. I didn't make up that last name, by the way. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want more up-to-date stuff on what's going on with this project, either consider joining my Discord, as I have a channel where I just drop stuff on what I'm doing with the Sonic project, or pay attention to my YouTube community tab, and I usually show some stuff on there. But yeah, thank you again. Have a beautiful day, and I hope Emma Frost chokes you with your